When you hear the name Lady Gaga, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Is it the meat dress?
The epic Super Bowl halftime show?
Or maybe it's her powerhouse vocals in A Star Is Born.
For over a decade, Lady Gaga has been a master of reinvention, a cultural icon who's so much more than just a pop star. But how did the girl from New York City become one of the biggest names on the planet?
Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of Stefani Germanotta, the artist who became the legend Lady Gaga.
So, let's rewind the clock. Long before the sold-out stadiums and the platinum records, there was Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Born and raised in New York City, from a very young age, music was her everything. She started playing the piano by ear at just 4 years old and was writing her own songs by the time she was a teenager. She was a bit of a prodigy, even gaining early admission to New York University's Tisch School of the Arts at 17. But the traditional academic path was end for her.
She felt her creative spirit was being stifled.
So, she made a bold move. She dropped out to pursue her music career full-time. This was the grind phase.
Stefani was playing in dive bars and clubs all over the Lower East Side.
She was experimenting with her sound, her look, and her performance style. She formed a band, The Scand, and was trying to find her place in the music scene. It wasn't easy.
She faced rejection, was told she didn't have the right look, and was even dropped by her first record label, Def Jam, after just a few months.
Could you imagine that?
Being so close, only to have it snatched away.
But Stefani was resilient.
That rejection didn't break her.
It fueled her.
It was during this period that she adopted the name Lady Gaga, inspired by the Queen song Radio Gaga. This wasn't just a name change.
It was the birth of a persona, a way to separate her stage art from her personal life. She started working as a songwriter for other artists, penning tracks for big names like the Pussycat Dolls and Britney Spears.
But all the while, she was honing her own craft.
It was producer and songwriter Redun who first saw her star potential. Together, they created a sound that was completely new, a fusion of electropop, dance, and glam rock.
But it was another artist, Archon, who heard her demo and was so blown away that he signed her to his own label, Conlive Distribution.
This was the turning point. The industry was about to find out what it had been missing. In 2008, the world was introduced to Lady Gaga with her debut album, The Fame. And what an introduction it was. The first single, Just Dance, shot to #1 globally.
It was an infectious, feel-good anthem that was impossible to ignore.
Then came Poker Face, with its unforgettable MUH hook, which solidified her status as a pop phenomenon. The Fame wasn't just an album, it was a concept, exploring society's obsession with celebrity culture. Gaga wasn't just making music. She was creating a whole universe with her avant-garde fashion, theatrical music videos, and a performance art style that no one had seen in the mainstream before. She became an instant icon. But if The Fame made her a star, the Fame Monster in 2009 made her a legend. This is where we got Bad Romance, Telephone featuring Beyonce and Alejandro. The music was darker, the visuals more ambitious, and the themes more complex. The Bad Romance music video was a cinematic masterpiece that redefined what a pop video could be. She was pushing boundaries everywhere she went.
Who could forget the infamous meat dress at the 2010 VMAs?
It wasn't just for shock value. It was a political statement about fighting for your rights and not being treated like a piece of meat. Gaga was proving that pop music could be smart, provocative, and meaningful. Hey guys, just jumping in for a second. If you're enjoying this look into Gaga's incredible journey, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future deep dives. Your support means the world and allows us to keep making content like this.
We've got so much more of Gaga's story to cover, including her personal struggles and her incredible evolution into an Oscar-winning actress.
So stick around.
Okay, let's get back to it. Following the massive success of The Fame Monster, the world was waiting to see what Lady Gaga would do next.
The anticipation for her next album, Born This Way, was immense.
Released in 2011, the title track became an instant global anthem for self-acceptance and empowerment, especially for the LGBTQ+ community.
Gaga had always been a vocal advocate for her fans, whom she affectionately called her little monsters, and this album was her love letter to them. Born This Way was a bold, ambitious record that blended pop with rock, opera, and even heavy metal influences.
It debuted at #1 and further cemented her as a fearless and innovative artist. But with great fame comes immense pressure. The non-stop touring, the constant public scrutiny, and the physical demands of her performances started to take a toll. Gaga has been incredibly open about her struggles with mental health, as well as her battle with chronic pain from fibromyalgia. After the more experimental and divisive 2013 album Art Pop, she took a step back from the high-concept pop machine.
She needed to reconnect with the music and with herself. This led to a surprising but beautiful collaboration with the legendary Tony Bennett on the 2014 jazz album. Cheek to Cheek, many were skeptical, but Gaga proved her vocal versatility and her deep love for the Great American Songbook.
The album won a Grammy, silencing the critics and showing the world another side of her immense talent.
This period marked a significant shift.
Gaga stripped back the elaborate costumes and focused on her raw talent. Her 2016 album, Joanne, was a deeply personal and Americana-influenced record, named after her late aunt. It was a raw, emotional project that showcased her songwriting and powerful vocals in a more intimate setting.
This vulnerability culminated in one of the most iconic performances of her career, the 2017 Super Bowl halftime show. Starting on the roof of the stadium, she delivered a high-energy, breathtaking performance that was all about unity, inclusion, and pure musical talent.
It was a triumphant moment that celebrated her entire career up to that point.
And then came Hollywood.
While she had shown her acting chops in American Horror Story, her lead role in the 2018 remake of A Star Is Born was a revelation. She wasn't just acting.
She became ally.
Her chemistry with CEO star and director Bradley Cooper was electric, and her performance was raw, vulnerable, and absolutely captivating. The world fell in love with her all over again. The film's soundtrack, particularly the powerhouse ballad Shallow, became a global sensation.
The song earned her an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and multiple Grammys, solidifying her status as a true multi-talented artist. She had gone from pop provocateur to respected actress and Oscar winner.
So, what's the legacy of Lady Gaga?
It's a story of relentless passion, unwavering resilience, and the courage to be unapologetically yourself. She shattered the mold of what a female pop star could be, proving that you can be weird, you can be theatrical, and you can have a powerful message.
From the dance floors with Just Dance to the grand stages of the Oscars, she has consistently evolved while staying true to her core values of love, acceptance, and artistic freedom. She created a safe space for millions of little monsters around the world, making them feel seen and celebrated. Stefani Germanotta didn't just become Lady Gaga.
She built an empire of creativity and compassion that has changed the landscape of pop culture forever.
Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the life of the one and only Lady Gaga.
What's your favorite Gaga era or song? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more stories about the icons who shape our world.
Until next time, stay creative and keep listening.